Our next dog is Torque, and Torque is a handsome white and fawn pit bull. He is about 5 years old, so he qualifies for our senior discount. He has gorgeous ice blue eyes, but sometimes what happens when you hit that combination of a white dog and the blue eyes and all that stuff, just like with anything else, sometimes they're deaf. So Torque is one of our adoptable dogs, but he is deaf. We've had deaf animals on the floor before. We've had blind animals on the floor before. We treat them as if they are any other animal. But it is something that you really need to take into consideration before making the step to adopt him. Can you handle that? Can you deal with that? You have to make sure that you're not running up and startling him. You want to make sure that he can see people before people are touching him and petting him. You know, you can't just walk up on him when he's asleep. You got to kind of try to stomp your feet and things like that so he can feel vibrations. Because we don't want him to feel scared in whatever home he ends up in by people creeping up on him, because he just can't hear you. Dogs that are deaf can learn sign language, and his owner has taken the time in the 5 years that she's had him to teach him some sign language. So we ask all of the people who are surrendering their pets to us to write down information about them, and there's also a section where it says you can leave your phone number. She has given her phone number and has written on here, call me, so that you can get his sign language commands and his cues, so that whoever adopts him can be familiar with what he's used to, so they can continue working with him, so that he knows what he's supposed to do as far as good manners and things like that. So why did he end up here? The owner has another dog, and that dog is apparently not tolerant, not very tolerant. So a 12-year-old dog's just not into what this 5-year-old dog wants to do anymore. They say, obviously, he's scared and he's nervous when he's scared by accident. He's a chaser. He's friendly. He's a barker. He tends to bark at things that he's not sure of. There's a lot of information about Torque here. You know, he's your typical pit bull, but he does have a special need, so you want to make sure you can accommodate that and properly care for him. If you think that you have that skill set, or you are experienced already and you know that you can do it, you can visit with Torque here at 1832 Rosemont Avenue.